Hello, my name is Benji Miles. I'm with Remax Accent. It seems every day in the home buying process we have constant questions about how the loan process will work. Well, today we're sitting down with Tracy Burdett with Renaissance Bank to get some of those questions answered. Tracy, thank you for taking the time to be with us and tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Tracy Burdett. I'm the Mortgage Production Manager for Renaissance Bank here in the Savannah Tri-County area. I've been in real estate for about 25 years now. Did some golf course development, and I've been doing mortgages for about 18 years. Top producer in the area and across the state, won numerous awards, and have a fabulous team to be able to assist clients of any need.
Wonderful. So just to start this off, what we're trying to do is set people at ease for the lending process. You hear a lot of times that people are just nervous, they don't want to hear no, they have just an innate fear of starting the process. What are some of the common issues that you've come across in your career and how do you overcome those fears?
Well, one of the first things people are always very afraid of is to do the application. And oftentimes they kind of dismiss that and run out and find the house, they fall in love with it, and then they're trying to back into doing the application. It makes the entire process a lot easier if you will go ahead and get with a loan officer. I would strongly suggest using a loan officer that is here local, like myself, that you can trust, that you can sit down with face to face, play with some numbers, work on different products and the payments that work for you. I may be able to pre-approve you for more than you want to purchase. You may not be comfortable with the payment that I'm able to pre-approve you for. In many cases, I can get you pre-approved or get you into a house for less money than it's going to cost you to rent, because rent is really not that cheap these days. But doing the application, we're going to be looking at your credit, looking at your job history for the last 2 years, looking at your income for the last 2 years, where you've lived, your assets, all of those things go into it. And doing that face to face with a local lender, I just can't tell you how much easier that makes your process go.
And a lot of times people get confused between pre-approval and pre-qualification. Can you quickly explain the differences?
Yes, there are some people and companies who will take whatever income you tell them. This is what I made last year. Well, there's more that goes into your income, believe it or not, than that. Also, I'm surprised every day by the amount of people who really don't know how much money they make. Or if there's bonus income or overtime, we have to average that over a 2-year period. So again, if you're meeting with a loan officer, somebody that you can trust and sit down and talk with, that will help eliminate a lot of surprises for you as well.
Okay. A lot of times people go online and they'll have a credit score from Credit Karma or somewhere like that, but it's not accurate once they sit down with a lending officer. How does that happen?
Well, when you're looking at your credit scores online, those are what we call consumer credit scores. You go through a different process, completely different process, to get a mortgage than you do for anything else. So oftentimes whenever we're pulling your credit through a lender for a mortgage, then your credit scores will be lower than what is on Credit Karma. There's other things that go into it. Sometimes you may not see the judgments or tax liens if some of those are out there. They may not show up in the Credit Karma and in that overall scoring process. And as a lender, now there's avenues that we have that gets those added to a credit report, so the lender can see those items. But it's a consumer score versus a mortgage score. It's just a completely different process.
Makes sense. Other than credit score, you hear people talk about debt to income ratio, stuff like that. What are some other things that people need to be aware of as they're starting the loan process?
Do not go and close a bunch of accounts. Don't pay your credit cards down to zero. Believe it or not, zero kind of skews your credit score. And again, get with the lender. Let's look at it. So let your lender advise you if something needs to be paid down to get your debt to income ratio in line. Watch your credit card balances. You don't want your credit cards maxed out. That will definitely lower your scores. Try to keep a small balance on there, but I would suggest lower than 50% of what your credit limit is on the card. Do not apply for new credit cards. Do not, go purchase a car right before you're ready to buy a house, and definitely don't do that after your pre-approval has been issued.
Okay, and what about debt to income ratio? What's an average percentage or a good percentage for people to Think
Debt
about
to income ratio, you're going to take your new house payment plus all of your monthly debts, and you add those together and you divide that into your monthly income. Now we can go to 50, we can go over 50, and a lot of people can, but there are a lot of products, your down payment assistance products and different ones like that. I would say you need to be around a 43% on that debt to income ratio, so that, that would be a good number for you to work on achieving.
Okay, well, talking about the down payment assistance programs and stuff like that, what are some different programs that are out there for people?
Oh wow, we have 100% products. Renaissance actually has a community home buyer 100% product, no mortgage insurance. They can purchase anywhere. Then you have your USDA product. That is going to be your Bryan County, Effingham, west of I-95. If it's in the city of Savannah, it would not qualify. So it's around some places in Pooler, it's not eligible, but it's 100% financing. The mortgage insurance is a lot less. And then you also have some that are, if you don't fit in those boxes, we've got as little as 3% down to get you in a house, whether you go FHA or whether you go conventional. There's definite products out there for those first-time home buyers.
There's down payment assistance programs that you were talking about earlier, the Georgia Dreamer, and I think Savannah has a product. Can you tell us any more about those?
Absolutely. The Georgia Dream product, if you're purchasing in Savannah, right now in Chatham County, you can get up to $15,000 of down payment assistance if you qualify. It's a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Also, there's some special products if you're a nurse, firefighter, in the military, police officer, protectors, things like that. There's more assistance for those people. But you certainly don't have to be a protector to be able to be eligible for the down payment assistance. And then the city of Savannah has what they call the Dream Maker program. Miss Inez or Anita Dixon downtown can help you get pre-approved for that. That's got to be in the city limits. There are income limits there. And then they also have a product for people who are city employees.
That's some valuable information. 15 grand for down payment assistance, that's 10% of a lot of houses out there. So.
That's right.
Now, yesterday we had some questions directly from Facebook, and one of them was, how much down payment is required for a VA loan?
VA itself does not require a down payment. Where a lot of people get hung up is that VA only covers the amount of your purchase price. A lot of people also get hung up thinking that they get the loan from the VA. The VA itself does not make loans at all. They insure the loans for the lender. So you can go to any lender and get a pre-approval to do a VA loan. They insure it, but what is not included is your closing cost. So you can negotiate with a seller, with a great realtor like Benji. He will help you negotiate with a seller to maybe get some other closing costs paid. There's also ways that we can do lender credits, or of course we've got the down payment assistance programs as well if you qualify for them to be able to help cover that closing cost.
And negotiating closing costs is something that's done on a daily basis. A lot of people just think that, we can negotiate the sales price and that's it. There's a lot of things you can do in home negotiations to get the price where you need it to be and how you need it to be. Another question that came up was, if I were to buy a property and I wanted to remodel it, can I get a loan to buy the property and remodel it?
Absolutely. There's some great products out there. We have a great construction product and renovation product. You can go in, you can put a pool in, you can do anything that's attached to that house. We have some of those products with as little as 3% down. We also have those for maybe some of the people who are not first-time home buyers, if they want to invest, that we can do with 25% down too. But that's a great, great product.
Tracy, thank you for all of that valuable information, and hopefully everybody at home found a use for that. If you have any further questions for Tracy, you can call her directly at 912-660-9818. If you have any real estate questions, feel free to call me at 912-321-0152.
Thank you, Benji.